I'm just wondering how important was the performance of Thiago Silva tonight? Will he take careful management at 36? Because he looks like he wants to play every single minute, but will he be able to?
I thought he was very good today, and I thought, I spoke before the game about quality and experience. He brought both of those to the game as we hoped, and he'll affect others around him, which I think he did. He was, a big plus in the part of getting a clean sheet. But in terms of the season, I will manage him, and I've got a very close relationship with him already, a good relationship, although we always need a translator at the minute, but I'll always work close with him. I remember myself being in that position towards the back end of my career in my last year in the Premier League. So I'll be very aware of maintenance and training and game selection. We manage to play as many games as we can before ask him to try and have him optimum to play the game. And players coming in to try and fill the way that we want to play. I think I think I mentioned the other day as well. When you're playing in real time without training time, with the Southampton game was a hit for us, and I thought the reaction today was a real positive one in terms of Sevilla, a top team in European football. There's no doubt, and the concentration, the focus that you need in the Champions League to get a result, as in to get a clean sheet tonight, was big from the team. Decisions they made, decisions when we defended well, decisions when we played longer as opposed to keeping possession. I thought there were a lot of good decisions tonight, so really nice place for us to build from. Yeah, I think it's a positive result. We felt the feeling of losing the first game last season, and the pressure put us under to get to the group, which we did. So I understand the importance of the first game against quality opposition. It's a tough one, and the clean sheet was a big deal for us today because they are, as you say, can give you a lot of problems. They play with a very say an English style, but they put crosses in your box. They're a physical team, a real distinct way of playing, which makes them hard to press. And we matched them in many ways, and I think both teams kind of slightly worked each other out, and it was an interesting game. It was a good game to manage, and I'm happy with a 0-0. I have to say, John.
The inclusion of Cech in the 25-man squad raised a few eyebrows. Can you explain your thinking there?
Yeah, Pete's been training with the goalkeepers for a lot of days with them, which is invaluable for experience. Helps us in training. It helps me to know that he's passing on that quality and experience to the goalkeepers. And we had a space in the squad. We know this year looks like no other because of COVID and what it might do to selection and isolation through the year. So it was a very easy one. He still does his day job, but he's there if we need him.
Nick Pewell.
Yeah, I didn't consider it too much. I saw it. Things before game, I don't always take too much on them. Don't put too much on them because I think it's normal to talk well of the other team. It's something that I would do. If they're a quality team, I would have said that before game. Can Seville win a tournament this year? Yes, they certainly can. There are a lot of teams that can win it. For us, I'm not jumping down the line. I'm just looking at where we're at now. I keep saying it. We're early in our season. We're a few games in, and we're going to get better. And I think the clean sheet today was a nice sign for us on the defensive side about how we're working in the personnel that we have in there today. So it doesn't matter what anyone else says. We're going step by step in a minute.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Paul.
Frank, just on Cech, what shape is he in, and what are the? I know you've explained it, around coronavirus, but what shape is he in, and how likely are we to see him at some point this season? And a second, if it's okay, just what are your thoughts on a European Premier League involving Chelsea?
Yeah, in terms of where Pete's at, he's fit. He's very fit. He's still relatively young. Pete finished playing, possibly probably when he could have carried on playing, and he's taken on his role at Chelsea, which he does very well, and he's very helpful to me, and we work very closely. Trains probably regularly, and he's fit. And whether we'll see him much this season, I'm not sure. As I mentioned before, it depends on how the season goes with COVID and isolation. I certainly felt it was a no-brainer to have Pete in the squad for that reason, and it also helps me that he trains every day when he's in such good form. We can only help the goalkeepers we have to see one of the world's best in recent years in the modern era amongst us. In terms of the European, the Super League, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know enough about it. I love the Premier League. I love the product that it is. Downhill here in England. So I wouldn't be a huge fan of hearing the headlines which I heard today. I'd like to see further, but Chelsea, as far as I'm concerned, we're focused on the Premier League.
Last topic, James Robson. Hi, Frank. Mendy came back in today. Is he the number one? Is it his position to lose now?
Well, I think the way he's played in the 3 games he's been here, he's played very well, made a good save today. There's 2 clean sheets going into after this game tonight. So at the minute, yes, as I said, when he came in, he'll be great for the competition. We know that. We knew his qualities as he came in, and he's shown them already. So as it stands, yeah, he is. But that always remains something that is up for grabs, and that's why you have competition at clubs. But the way he's playing, I'm very happy.
Last question.
Would you like to never see him again in the Chelsea goal, or do you see the romance of one more go? Would you like to see him come out and have one more show?
It's definitely not done for the romance. I think Pete certainly enjoys the training because that's how he is. I would enjoy training more if my calves didn't go tight every time I try and sprint these days. But with Pete, I think it's something that I wouldn't expect to happen this year. But I do know with the way he is and how fit he is, if we were in crisis times, then of course we couldn't ask for something much better than having Peter Cech around. So I don't expect it. But nobody expected what we've seen in the last 6-7 months around the world. So I think I've explained why he's in that.
That's it. Thanks, everyone. Good evening.
Thanks all. Thank you.